Hello you guys, this is the One Piece King here today. Don't know why my videos are not uploading. I don't know if some people are having the same issue because I came across somebody that like they were having an issue with YouTube or something. It was on Twitter is what it was and everything, and I don't know if they were having the same issue. Because if they were, I would have definitely been like, okay, YouTube is trying to either stop people from posting videos because either some rules or laws because of that. Um, Regardless, I think they should just be like, you know what, like, there's like certain like restrictions or something at least for some people and stuff, but I guess YouTube really just wants to go and follow the what was it, like Copa or Kappa route or something? I think it was like Kappa or something. It was like COPPA or something. This freaking company or whatever that YouTube was working with this guy or whatever, and it was stupid. But but hopefully with this video it will upload and everything. So let me just get right into like discussing of like something short and also something long to really discuss about. So for the short thing in the beginning, we did get a Pw4 trailer, and it was a Ennie's Lobby trailer, but it was like literally the shortest trailer I've ever seen, like 15 seconds of a trailer, you know, 15 seconds of a trailer compared to literally what we got of, the Alabasta trailer and everything. The Alabasta trailer was, like a really long one, and I approved of that one because, that one actually had, something good going for it and everything. We got to see some character gameplay and stuff of the pre-time skip Straw Hats and stuff, and I was like, it's like good. Well, mainly the monster trio and everything, but you get my point. Um, but with the Ennie's Lobby trailer though that we just got, shortest thing ever and everything, and I was like, all right, the way how they redid the cutscene that Luffy versus Lucci, their battle would start and everything. Love the animation from the back and everything on how it looks, but I hate the fact of it being like, it's this really short one and everything, and it's not really being so discreet, like, like kind of being a bit discreet to the point where it's like, they would show maybe some more gameplay and everything of not just the monster trio, but the other Straw Hats as well, like the pre-time skip forms of them. But no, they flat out just want to be like, you know what? No, we're basically just showing this 15-second trailer and everything. You're not gonna see much and everything. Um, and also another thing too. I don't know if I don't know if me talking about the whole thing with the Zoro costume and everything. I don't know if that ever got posted. I think it did. Um, but with the Jump Festa that we got to see, it was Ennie's Lobby gameplay and everything of Pirate Warriors 4, and it was also a bit of Marineford gameplay, well, with Kaido. Which, by the way, though, um, I kind of like took a look back at that and realized Kaido really is the biggest character in the game, so probably might make a video tomorrow or something discussing about, what characters I would want to play in Pirate Warriors 4, if that video ever uploads. Um, but again, though, with the Zoro and everything, Zoro was wearing the white shirt instead of the yellow jacket, and I'm like, okay, Bandai, are you trying to troll us and everything? Are you trying to troll us and everything and be like, yeah, we gave y'all what you wanted and everything, so you're never gonna see the yellow jacket Zoro again. It's like, no. One arc would be enough for that, one arc would be enough, but I I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know if they're ever gonna correct costumes for all for all the characters and everything. Like, I don't know if they're ever gonna do that, because if not, like, really, it's like they want to make it the best game of the year and stuff. It got my attention, when we saw the Alabasta trailer and everything. It got my attention, but I was really, really mad because of the fact that, I was really mad because of the fact of, when we got to see, like, a lot of New World arcs and everything. The only one that really got the costume change affected was Luffy. He was the only one, and you cut over to the other ones, and it's like they really don't get any costume changes, and I'm like, what? Like Zoro is still wearing, well, I guess it's sort of like a green robe or something that he wears. Basically, it's the outfit that he wore whenever, we saw all of them from the time skip return and everything, like they all reunited and stuff. It's that one right there. And, honestly, it's just like, no, they wore that for a good period of time and stuff, but they don't wear that anymore. They're done with that, they're done wearing those, costumes later on and stuff because, all of them do not go back to standard. They don't, okay? Like, Luffy and everything during Wano, like, at least for a while, he went standard and everything. Like, he went back to wearing, the red, the blue, and the yellow. He went back to wearing the standard of that and everything. But, it's just, like, later on, he started wearing, the kimono to become, Luffy Taro, to blend in. Um, and yeah, like basically it's more like a free login kind of thing or something, which almost is making me think of One Piece Treasure Cruise, the mobile game. Because whenever they say it's a login thing, like if you go and get the game and everything, whether if it's pre-order or if you buy it later on and everything, like it's a logging little gift and stuff, like it's free to download and you can easily get the Luffy Taro costume for Pirate Warriors 4. Um, like it's basically making me looking at it like, should have been like this for the mobile game because the whole, login point of it and everything. So, um, but yeah, I really don't know if they're still, gonna go that route where they're just being lazy with costumes again, because if they are, that already just kills the mood of literally just being like, well, then that's like my big old, like, that's the big 50% of me just like being a bit about the game. That's the big 50% that is basically having me go, eh. Like, gameplay wise, I would enjoy it and everything, by using the characters and everything, their move sets and all their stuff. But then, like for a lot of us One Piece fans, we have standards and everything, so that means that costumes is definitely a must. Maybe some characters are a must too. Even possibly like some added arcs or some cutscenes that they could add to the game would also be a must too. And that's basically what the standards of some of us are feeling. So, yeah, that's why it's making me think like, okay, if the costumes aren't correctly, put correct and everything for each of, the arcs and the pre-time skip and the post, um, then we're gonna have a little bit of a problem because you do realize that, the Straw Hats don't wear the same outfit every arc. They always change and everything, like Luffy, he sort of changes and everything. He kind of still, he like either he'll change the shirt that he's wearing or he'll change the pants or both. Um, but whenever it comes to Zoro and everything, there will be times whenever his outfits will change and stuff, which I don't think has changed a whole lot, but somewhat they did. Nami changed a lot and everything. Nami's outfits have changed a lot throughout all the arcs that she basically was in. Usopp almost the same way and everything. Usopp didn't always, like wear the overalls a lot and everything. Like he sort of did, yeah, and everything, but it wasn't always like that all the time. Usopp kind of changed out and stuff. Chopper didn't really have any much outfits actually. The only real changes really to give him, yeah, the only real changes to give Chopper and everything would basically be the red coat that he wore. Yeah, Chopper wore a red coat and everything whenever it was Ennie's lobby and stuff, and it fit well. Like it fit well for him and stuff, but like never got that implemented in the Pirate Warriors games. Period. Never did. And then there's another one where he's wearing a cross necklace and stuff because they're on Thriller Bark, ghosts. Like, you get the idea. But overall of that, though, and everything for the pre-time skip, Chopper hasn't really had much costume changes and everything for, the longest time and stuff. Like, Chopper really hasn't had, much and everything. So that's why I think they could easily do Choppers too and everything, because Chopper doesn't, really have costume changes happen for him that much and stuff. Like, you know. But, and then cutting over to Robin, Robin's had quite a few, for the pre-time skip. She's had quite a few. So Robin most definitely will need, a lot of costume changes and stuff for her and everything. And Frankie, I mean, for the pre-time skip, really, even though Frankie's been on the crew since Water 7 and everything, like, he's only had, like, 2 costume changes and stuff, which was, yeah, he's only had, like, 2 costume changes of 3 if you want to count the 3D2Y. But, Frankie and everything for the pre-time skip, like I said, he's only joined the crew since the Water 7 arc and everything, or the post, Water 7 arc and everything. After the events of Andy's Lobby, and all that, they get Robin back, like, you get the gist of that. But with Frankie, though, after he left, when he joined the crew, and they had to Thriller Bark, he does get a costume change there and everything. His shirt changes and stuff, so there you go with that. And, whenever Thriller Bark is done, whenever Thriller Bark is done, I think he even had a little bit of a costume change and stuff of post-Thriller Bark, but I don't know if they want to go too def with the, post-arcs. I don't know if they want to go too def with that. But then Sapa Odi, he definitely had a costume change and everything. He had on it was a purple shirt and everything. He had on a purple shirt and, of course, was wearing, of course, his usual, like, the black Speedo that he always wears and stuff. But I think it was just regularly black and stuff. But, with the other ones, I think there was a detail to it, I think. I'm not sure. Probably, I think it was either, like, a darkish blue or maybe it was black all the time. I don't know. But, but Frankie, though, like I said, really didn't have much costume changes and everything since he left since he kind of left Water 7 with the crew. Brooke kind of goes the same way too and everything. Brooke didn't really have much of a change. The only thing you can really give him for the pre-time skip is basically, the only thing you can really give him for the pre-time skip is basically, the 3D2Y where, Soul King starts to happen and stuff for him and everything. Like, he's not gonna get the Soul King outfit or anything. It's more like, it's more like he's given a guitar. Like, Brooks, gonna be given a guitar so that he can play and everything, and so his training begins. And everything. I mean, I don't know if they want to implement 3D2Y and everything for the Straw Hats costumes and stuff, but if they do, that'd be pretty cool because, they technically all did, they all technically did do costume changes throughout, all that too. But as for the post-time skip, though, they definitely did have a lot of, all of the crew members did technically have a lot of costume changes throughout the time skip, and that should also be implemented for all the 9. Kind of added 10 too, because Jinbei is part of the crew too. But you get what I mean. That, for the whole crew and everything, and even for like characters outside of it and everything that basically did have costume changes too, definitely should be a must and everything. Like, I know that I made a video way back talking about the costume changes and everything of like the costumes have basically been fixed and everything of the Straw Hats. Usopp's technically was the only one that still looked the same, which I don't know if we can change out of that or, if it's literally how they're going with this style, which is utterly ridiculous. I'm not really sure, but, yeah, but basically though, like I'm saying though, costumes really is a must and everything, which, like I said, standard reasons and stuff. So if they kind of just are being lazy and only want to do like a few characters really and everything, but not like, the rest of them, then yeah, that basically is putting me at a big old 50% of being like, it's like, I'll get the game, but there's gotta be some, like, I will always, throw in, like, details of being like, you know what, this never happened, and this never happened, like, throwing in details like that and stuff, But putting the short part out of the way, really, to get to the long part of it, yeah, to get to the long part of it, though, I'm saying though, I'm basically done with World Seeker for the last and final time and everything. I believe I announced that in a different video though, that I'm done with it. Basically, I went to go and check on, I believe it was Alex Swag's, video on the channel and stuff because, he was the one that actually went and announced that on like in his video that Katakuri does not appear just in the mirror world anymore, but that he actually appears outside. And so, I've kind of, went to go and see myself whenever I went to go and play the game one day, and I actually did find him. Apparently I did the test of kind of the boss rate with the other characters and everything. Obviously with Laws though, Law will always get all the boss characters that will spawn all over the place whenever he wants. The only one that will not spawn for him is Katakuri, which honestly though, I really wish that I could have seen how that kind of fight would have went out and everything, like Law versus Katakuri. Like, kind of drop comments down below who you think would really win that fight. Like comment down below because my bet says Katakuri. Really, Katakuri got the future sight. He's got that. But yeah, but Katakuri would not appear for Law, he would not appear for Zoro, and he would not appear for Sabo. For Sabo, it kind of makes a little bit of reasons on why, because, Sabo's got the challenge mission to challenge Katakuri in the mirror world. I mean, Luffy does too, but, like, for Sabo, though, that's his main challenge mission. He won't have any other ones to deal with, but just that and two other ones. So, makes sense why Sabo wouldn't be having, Katakuri as an outside boss and more of an inside boss with a challenge mission. Makes kind of sense. Zoro, however, I don't understand why he wouldn't be getting Katakuri at all. It would have been very cool to see, Katakuri and Zoro kind of basically my Zoro and everything in World Seeker is kind of a bit overpowered. I've been kind of winning a lot of my boss fights. Not even using specials at all, but really just kind of just hitting them regularly with regular attacks. And I would kind of imagine with the Katakuri fight and everything, since Katakuri, it kind of takes a while for you to hit him because, Katakuri can predict your movements and everything, and you can only hit him when he's not focused. So, yeah, but I could definitely see, that kind of fight going down and stuff, and I was hoping that I would get a Katakuri spawn for Zoro, but I did not. So, basically, that already just set down the mood that Zoro could not get Katakuri as a boss. So, yeah. And for Law, like I said, though, I don't know why Law didn't get it and everything, because Law will get every other boss that will appear in the game and everything, like, every single one. The only one he won't get is Katakuri. I went and checked the location of where Katakuri spawns at, which is a place called Cannon Island, where a lot of the pirates' hideouts would be. Pirate hideouts are kind of almost all over the place, but the biggest hideout they have though is basically is at Cannon Island, and Katakuri seems to be taking a liking to that place. I mean, I understand why they put him there because, there's nothing else really there and everything, like no bosses and everything, and not really much of a huge significance with that place, really. Not very huge. So, I'm guessing that's probably why they just put Katakuri there, because it was like, well, we got that, and we also got that, but we also got, the other prison area and stuff to put Katakuri in, but instead, they went and put Katakuri basically at, Cannon Island, so there you go. But, but anyway, though, yeah, I went and tested that and everything. Boss characters do spawn for all three and everything. I thought Zoros and Sabos didn't have their spawn bosses anymore, but they still do, so that's cool. Um, but anyway, though, yeah, World Secret content out of the way. And then last but not least, really to just go and discuss Jump Force content. I know I said I was gonna be doing the other kind of the other wish list and everything of the other like series reps and everything, and I will, but it's just I gotta grab my knowledge of it first and everything before I can start suspecting, because for the Yu Yu Hakusho series, only one I can really say that people highly wanted for that series is a character called Hiei, and I'm like, okay, it's like, that's the only one I can think of at the moment. I can't think of the other ones because I never really watched the series, nor do I know all the characters. So, yeah, like Hiei, is kind of a really wanted character from the Yu Yu Hakusho series reps. So, there's that, I guess, as a hint, but I don't know. um, I'm, for Kenshin, also, I really don't know, and everything for Kenshin series, I really don't know. Um, Fist of the North Star, I don't know that one either, because, honestly, though, I really thought Fist of the North Star, or actually, it wasn't Fist of the North Star, but it was, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and everything. I thought, that started the, you're already dead meme or something. Like, I thought that's what started it, but in fact, somebody actually showed me a clip that it was an anime series called Fist of the North Star that started the meme, and I'm like, oh, it's like it was this guy. It's like, okay. Um, but Fist of the North Star, again, I don't know. That means I gotta go and either watch the series or, grab my knowledge of it and everything. Like, either way to do it, to see what kind of character reps should be in there. I think with his series, probably just either, like, another one or two is probably gonna join his. Um, Trying to think of other ones they put in there. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, I have to really rewatch that and everything because I've only known just a few Part 3 characters, and I think there could be a Part 4 because of the fact of Bandai is kind of going a bit over the limits of, like, what is issued to be in Jump and what is not issued to be in Jump. Relatively speaking, Dragon Ball Super was never implemented in the Jump magazine ever. Like, it never was. Like, the Jump, like, basically the kind of like the trying to really think of the term here and everything. It's basically not the form, but like, at the place of where Dragon Ball ended for Jump basically was at least a relatively of what they did with the game. The place that they stopped at and everything was basically an event of the Resurrection of Frieza movie, in which basically we got to see the Super Saiyan Blue of Goku and Vegeta, and we got to see the Golden Frieza. So, yeah, take it as you will, but, that's what people thought at first and everything. But, later on, there was an arena event and everything from that, well, not from that point and everything, because I think, yeah, not from that point, but it was, like, much later on and everything. In fact, it was a few weeks ago that the arena event was going on. The awards that you can get and everything was actually a Goku Black outfit, and the hairstyle was actually the Super Saiyan Rose. You could make the Super Saiyan Rose of Goku Black, or you can make just a regular Goku Black if you want. But it was weird that a Goku Black outfit was actually implemented in there, indicating that maybe there's a possibility super, related content, could be either put for the avatars or actually be put as actual characters, for the Dragon Ball reps. Like, we may never know, but, that wasn't the only hint. Another hint, though, which I don't know if anybody ever noticed it before, but it was, it's whenever you play as Goku, you charge up all the way to the Super Saiyan Blue form. You basically have to awaken twice, is what I mean, but whenever you get to the Super Saiyan Blue form of Goku's, with this moveset, Goku still has the Kaioken. He still uses the Kaioken technique in the Super Saiyan Blue form. And the only time we actually got to see that was actually in Super. So there's another hint, and Bandai never chose to correct it, not at all and everything. They didn't want to go the route of, but they did want to go on the route and think like, well, we can make it exactly like, the Super Saiyan form where basically you do this one move where it's just Goku kind of just like, hitting you all over the place and stuff. Like, that's what he does. Um, but no, they didn't decide to correct it at all and everything. Bandai just flat out just kept the Kaioken with the Super Saiyan Blue right there. Kind of making me think that, yeah, super related content could definitely be for, the Dragon Ball reps and stuff. Like, biggest possibility I could be thinking of is, Hit and, Hit, Beerus, and Jiren. Three big characters I think that are basically going to be, three big characters of those that are basically going to be reps for Dragon Ball and everything because, hey, I mean, come on, super related stuff, I could definitely see that. Um, but yeah, but with JoJo's though, like I'm saying, it trails back to to the Dragon Ball there and everything, and it's making me think that, possibly with the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they could go further to part 4 and part 5, to where there's a big possibility of getting Giorno, and, people would definitely be happy with the Giorno. With the Giorno character making it in Jump Force, people would probably just be like, JoJo reps are basically good. They're awesome. Like, we got Giorno. That's what matters. We could care less about any other JoJo's reps and everything. We just need Giorno. But, yeah, like, I honestly think that they probably could escalate, a bit higher to go to part 5 to the Golden Wind. And, people would already be like, you know what? Giorno Giovanna. Yeah. Giorno Giovanna. Yeah, Giorno Giovanna. Okay. But that character, I will suspect that will definitely make it in due to the fact of, Dragon Ball's hints, going further with the Super and everything. And Super was never related to the Shonen Jump and everything because it never happened in the manga at all. It never did. The manga, in fact, is going a different route. But the anime went a different route too. But like I'm saying though, there could be a big possibility of, them wanting to go and implement the anime part of it too to be part of the Shonen Jump and stuff. So may never know. Now I'm trying to think and everything besides those and everything. Hunter x Hunter, I don't know if I did Hunter x Hunter yet. I don't think I did, but the only one I can really think of with Hunter x Hunter is like the king basically from the Chimera Ant arc and everything. The dude that kind of looks like a Cell lookalike and stuff, which not really wanting to go and judge the creator basically, like the creator of Hunter x Hunter, to basically be like, well, you copied off of Akira Toriyama with the fact of it's almost looking like Cell's son, because he's got the tail going on, he's green, and like basically he rules over bugs, and basically Cell's whole thing, that what he looks like, Cell looks like a freaking roach, alright? Cell looks like a cockroach. Like a human cockroach. Ugh. Like, I'm sorry, but that's basically the whole thing of it and stuff. It's a reference, almost. So I'm not really judging him on that and everything, but for Hunter x Hunter reps and everything, I guess I'll be discussing more of in a different video. It'd be him, it'd be Leorio because of the fact of, we already got the three, Kurapika, Killua, and Gon. We already got 3 of them. Like, why not add Leorio in there? Like, Leorio can fight. I mean, in fact, even whenever it was, in fact, like, almost near the end of the series for, like, the anime and everything, or possibly even the manga, too, like, both, like, Leorio can fight. The dude's been training himself, too. It's not like he's been doing nothing all this time. Like, Leorio's been doing something. So I could definitely see Leorio, pulling up some tricks and everything in Jump Force, as a rep. So, Leorio can make it in there too. Another character I would think of is Kite and everything, or I guess the Japanese form of it would be Kite, I believe. Like, the Japanese like form to say it and everything, the pronunciation would be Kite. But by dub translations of English, it's Kite, and basically just people wanted Kite and everything. They wanted Kite and a character named Crollo. Yeah, a character named Crollo, which I don't know if that character. Like, I'm not sure who Crollo is and everything. Like, I'm suspecting Crollo is either that Crollo's either like, on like the king's side and everything, like he's with the Cell lookalike and everything, or he's the old guy that basically is a pro hunter himself and basically is like training up the next generation and stuff. But like comment down below if you're like a Hunter x Hunter fan. Comment down below of who Crollo is, because I've heard people like recommending Crollo to be part of a Hunter x Hunter rep in Jump Force, and I'm like, who is Crollo? It's like, who is Crollo? Who is that guy? Because I'm thinking literally that, like, I'm not sure the old man's name is Netero. I don't know if I think it is Netero. Like, yeah, okay, if Netero is the old man, then who in the world is Crollo? Who is Crollo? That's my question. Who is he? Because people want him for the Hunter x Hunter reps in Jump Force. Who is Crollo? Trying to think of other series now and everything. I mean, I already did one for My Hero Academia. I already did one for Black Clover. There's also another one. Trying to remember what his series was called and everything, which by the standards of this character, he stands alone. I mean, just like Asta does and everything, but it's Rio, and if I can remember correctly, I can. It now just popped in my head basically. It's a series called City Hunter, and if you're a City Hunter fan and everything, please, please kind of like comment down below, or like basically contact me or something, like through like Instagram and stuff, like Instagram or Twitter. Which I would basically leave that down below. But basically contact me about that and everything with City Hunter, because honestly, I really don't think City Hunter reps would be, coming more in and stuff, because I'm just looking at, Rio as basically this plain dude that doesn't have any powers, but yet has all these weapons, like has basically just weapons for days. This dude is like built like a soldier. Alright? This dude is built because he's got rocket launchers, he's got like little pistols, he's got like this dude's got combat experience too, like he's got all the punches and the kicks, but dude's been preparing for days. So, like I really don't know, but yeah, if you're a City Hunter fan or you've watched the series and basically, have seen other people that could do, like, way much more than he can, kind of comment down below or contact me and everything. Like I said, I'll leave that down below in the description. But, yeah, it's just, I really don't know. It's just, I don't know. And everything. I really don't. Like, some series I know, but some series it's like, yeah, I kind of have to get into and everything, but, But if people were to ask me, though, if there were going to be new series reps and everything coming in, I mean, technically I could probably see, like, 4 or 5 really joining in, and, one of them would be, Gintama, because, I mean, J-Stars, like, whenever the game was kind of popular way back and everything, I don't know if it still is or isn't. Because I bet some people still play J-Stars and stuff, like, I don't know. But, Gintama, with their character rep, Gintoki, was, in J-Stars and everything, and he was kind of a Shonen Jump favorite and everything, so I was like, okay, like, Gintama and everything could make it back and stuff. But not just him alone, he would have a few of his buddies with him and everything. Like, then people would be like, can we get, like, more Gintama reps? Like, Gintoki a good one, but, like, we need a couple more. And there was another one that I was looking on Bilbsy's channel and everything, or Bilbsy's video, which, by the way, shout out to him and everything. He's makes really good content himself and everything, really awesome. But but he was wanting, he was kind of wanting Assassination Classroom with Koro Sensei and Nagisa. Yeah, Nagisa's the character and everything. This character that apparently is freaking anime traps and everything. But at least freaking, with this character, it's kind of like you could tell it is a boy. So, kind of like it's not so much of a trap. Um, but Assassination Classroom, though, I mean, it's been shown in Jump Magazine before, so I'm kind of throwing it in there for it too and everything. Like, I'm for it. Gotta watch the series though, because I heard it's good, but but as of like actual like character reps and stuff for Assassination Classroom, probably Koro Sensei, Nagisa, and probably like a couple more students in there, and then you basically just got like that set for life, unless people want more. Um, but there you go with that. Um, I'm also trying to be thinking of another one and everything that was kind of also requested as a series in. I mean, like, the other one I could think of, and it was only popular right now because they released the anime, like, way back in, I believe it was, like, the summer or something. And it is Demon Slayer, or Kimetsu no Yaiba. Yeah, Kimetsu no Yaiba, I believe is the Japanese translation for it, but Demon Slayer, though, I mean, don't get me wrong, I took good, like, quick, kind of little looks at, like, of it and everything, and it doesn't look that bad, but the way how people kind of overhype it and everything because of the fact the anime just released out, like, last year, don't try to overhype Demon Slayer, okay? Like, yeah, it could be a pretty cool series, but don't try to say it beats One Piece or it beats Dragon Ball or whatever. No. Like, if it was to beat those series and everything, guess what? Like, it legit would mean that it gets further in and everything. But I think the only reason why Demon Slayer fans got attracted was because of the fact of the anime just released. So, for all you Demon Slayer fans out there, I don't want you making bad comments and saying, like, you don't know nothing and everything. Like, all you do is care about your One Piece and everything. But Demon Slayer rose above it. It's like, no. Did for a while, but One Piece rose back up and everything. In fact, Oda actually respects, like Demon Slayer and stuff. Like, like Oda himself has even, I think, spoke with, the creator of Demon Slayer. Like, they had a chat, and it's like, you know what? Never would have thought really that I would find myself another like good friendly rival and everything because Kishimoto, who made Naruto and everything way back, way before it ended it was like Hishimoto and Oda were literally like friendly rivals and everything. Like they always tried to be like, you know what? It's like I'll get myself to be better. It's like, you know what? I'll do the same. And been going on like that for like the longest time until Kishimoto decides like, you know what? Like basically Naruto's reached its peak and everything and there you go. But then Boruto came along, but not a lot of people were fans of that and everything. I'm not really gonna throw in Boruto as a series, itself. I'm not doing that because, like the reps for Boruto, I'm not doing that because the only one I can really think of really is Sarada, or it's either Sarada, yeah, I think it's either Sarada or Sanada. No, it's Sarada with the R. But that's the only one I can really think of. I'm not really thinking of anybody else but just Sarada as a Boruto rep because, technically I want to say Kaguya technically takes the rep of... Oh, yeah, I wanted to say that Kaguya technically takes the rep of Boruto because, if I'm not mistaken, she showed up, like, a bit during, like, the Boruto series and stuff. Like, she was like, a really main villain during the Boruto series and stuff because, I saw a clip where, like with Naruto and Sasuke, they were fighting Kaguya and stuff. Like they were working together, but their kids were there too. So I was like, yeah, this pertains into Boruto really. So that means that Kaguya's a Boruto character. They got a main villain. Yay! Like okay. Not really too excited about that because, now you could just throw in Sarada in there and there you go, Boruto's done, you know? But, yeah, like, that'd be it there. But Demon Slayer, though, don't know a lot of characters and everything. Just throw in Tanjiro, I believe is his name. And, I'm not throwing in Nezuko in there because I don't know what Nezuko could do as a battling experience. I really don't know because I don't think Nezuko's ever shown to fight, but who knows really, they could do whatever they want and stuff, but Demon Slayer probably could make it in there. I don't know, but if they throw it in there as a new series rep and everything, I'd be like, well, there you go. You Demon Slayer fans are getting exactly what you want. Now, just label what characters, you want from Demon Slayer in there and stuff. Like, make your assumptions, make them now. But if you don't, I'm sorry, but, if they don't want to go and announce Demon Slayer to be part of their Jump Force roster, guess what? That means no. That means no Demon Slayer. I'm sorry. You know, trying to think of other series and everything. Well, there's actually one, and it's a really old one and everything, but it caught me by surprise, though. Like, this is just a tiny little thing, though. In the J-Stars roster that I noticed and everything, I don't have the game. I want to get the game, though, and everything, because I guess it looks pretty cool and everything, like, as an anime fighting game and stuff. Like, I'll get that and that Jump Force. But, but anyway, though, with J-Stars, though, there was actually a character that caught me by surprise to be appearing in the roster, and it was Momo Deviluk from To Love Ru, and like it gave me a bit of the vibe like why is she in an anime fighting game for the Shonen series when her series is a bit different than like everybody else's. Like everybody else and everything, they all have their quirky moments and everything, like they'll have some funny moments or some other moments in there, but they're not a harem series, okay? Like, all of them are shonen series, and if I remember correctly, shonen series are basically all about action, they're all about the fights, and it's just, like, fights get really crazy, so you get the idea. For Love Ru and everything, or To Love Ru, like, I mean, it's kind of, making me really confused about it because a friend of mine, had told me the real secret about this other series and everything. That series was never added as a character in J-Stars at all. I don't think they really wanted to focus too much like that and stuff. But, this other series was called Rosario plus Vampire, or Rosario Vampire if you don't want to really add the plus there. But, if you've heard about the series and everything, like either by the manga or by anime and everything, congrats because it has 2 seasons and pretty much I watched the whole first season and everything. Might rewatch it and stuff someday. But but the real secret is though, like of all you just watch the anime and everything, like by first meeting it, and if you watch the anime and everything, the anime is a lie. The anime of Rosario Vampire is a lie. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's a lie, okay? The manga version of Rosario Vampire, of what he told me, was that it actually was more action-packed than it ever, than it ever was compared to the anime, where the anime made it more of like a harem love story, where basically the main character, I believe his name is Skune Ano, I believe, or I don't know what his whole name was, but it was I remember it was Skune, but but his whole story in the anime was that he had his own harem going on and everything. Skune got the girls, okay, Skune got the girls, but but by the manga wise though, that story is completely different. It was not a harem story; it was an action-packed story. And when my friend told me that, I was trying to think like, should I believe this or should I not believe this? But he was a good friend of mine. He wouldn't lie to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take your word for it. And, so it seemed like, it caught me by surprise and everything, So I'm just thinking like, you know what? If, like, like it's almost making me think that if Rosario Vampire by the manga side of it was ever shown to be like, shonen or something, then yeah, Rosario Vampire, reps could have definitely been in, making it in there and everything. But bigger problem what like bigger problem is though is that, basically the like I guess they would still make it action packed and stuff, like of what they were truly meant to be. But at the same time, though, it's kind of like you could detect that, since by the anime side of it, it's still a bit of an ecchi sort of, so you get the idea. Wouldn't be too ecchi, but still, you would get the idea. Um, but this goes kind of back, like this all trails back to Momo from Love Ru. Manga side of it, I'm not sure if it's the same as what the anime turned out to be because again, the anime is a harem story, but I'm not sure if the manga side of it is the same way. If it's not, that must mean that, yeah, it's kind of going the same route that Rosario Vampire did. Rosario Vampire's manga side of it was an action pack series. It was really something to really be like, wow about. But with the anime side of it, it does give you a wow, but not like an excited wow, like like a kind of like a shouting out wow, like this fight is crazy. No, no, it flat out just gives you like a wow, like But hey, like if they wanted to go and add Love Ru as like a random, like fighting rep series and everything, like to make its return, I would question every fiber in my being, okay? Like everything in my eternal being, of why, Love Ru apparently counts as an action series. I would question myself. I would be like, okay, J-Stars, they added Gintama and they added Love Ru because, they added two characters of their quirkiness and everything. Like, yeah, Gintama is a samurai and everything, and the dude literally carries a sword. The dude literally knows how to use a sword. Lava, on the other hand, doesn't carry no weapons. All she carries is her inventions, in which case they fail all the freaking time. I mean, they don't fail all the time, but it's like, it always causes a lot of mishaps and everything, so that's why it's always like, it's like, uh-oh, like it's, it's so bad, but it's funny at the same time. But that's the reason why basically that got added in there was because of their, quirky natures and everything of their series, that basically it's like, okay, they always have these silly tactics, and this is what we're going to use for their characters in that game. Jump Force, on the other hand, we don't have no characters that really use silly little, quirkiness in there and everything. Everybody takes the fighting seriously. And it's like, okay, So, yeah, like if I ever saw like one character really use like some kind of silly quirkiness and everything in Jump Force, or at least that, any of you have ever seen, please let me know. Because then I might like reconsider saying that and be like, okay. It's like, maybe there might be a, the quirky characters making it in after all. It's like, maybe. Like maybe. But, so far though, from what I've seen of all the characters, none of them really went any quirky type of way and everything. They all play serious in there. It's not all a joke and everything, like, kind of using the term, it's not a game, let's get serious, like, kind of a thing, kind of a thing you would use, like, in a fight in an RPG game. Like it's not a game, it's, I mean, you technically are playing a video game, an RPG, but at the same time, it's like, okay, a boss fight's about to happen. You can't be silly about it. You've got to get serious. Like, see what I mean? That's what Jump Force is all about. They don't have their little silly quirks in there and everything. They got, basically they all have their own, their powers and everything, and it's all, unique and different, but they're not all using it in a silly way. They're all using it in a serious way, in which case it could, like, in reality, though, like, imagine all these anime characters in Jump Force, like, every single one, including the DLC, imagine them all fighting together, like, not as a group, like, not they're all teamed up together and everything in a group, no, like, they're all fighting each other. The fights, the fights would get crazy, and literally the Earth itself would explode. All right, half of those characters, in that lineup would not survive. The Earth itself would explode. So, like it's like they really got to be like like a really careful, not trying to make it like a real life scenario. But it's like if it was going that route, yeah, they know exactly what would happen. Like the Earth explodes. A sequel of Jump Force happens, completely different reps and everything, not from the old ones, but completely new ones. They're like on a different planet somewhere, and they're all like, it seems like Jump Force has, seemed to fail and everything, but there's a person trying to rebuild it back. And his name is, either Tanjiro from, Demon Slayer, or it's Gintama from, or no, not Gintama, but Gintoki from Gintama, or somebody else, basically. Like, you get the idea that they would just randomly add in somebody and be like, you know what? This is this is actually our job to, kind of bring it back, But, yeah, I know this was a pretty long video and everything. At first I used to be in a bad mood because of work reasons, and also watching that 15-second trailer of literally Indy's Lobby. It really just disappointed my day. But, just discussing how, these funny ideas and everything, and even just getting stuff off my chest here and everything. But, it really just really helps out and everything, I mean, I know I'm probably going to be getting some questions like, okay, tell us, like, in a video, or tell us personally what happened at work. And it's like, okay. It's like, here's what happened. I go on telling a story and everything of that day, and then bam, there you go. But if y'all don't want to know and everything, like, that's on y'all. But if y'all do want to know, just ask. But, anyway, though, yeah, I'll be ending out the video right here. Hopefully it does upload. If it doesn't, then yeah, you know exactly what happened, really. Because YouTube apparently likes to delete my videos and everything, so there you go. Yeah, so here you go with that and everything. YouTube is just being a jerk, but, we'll see what happens. And, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a like on the video, and leave a comment down below of what are your thoughts about, like, the 3 big news parts of what I just talked about, really, of, Pirate Warriors 4, of World Seeker, like, when you basically want me to just give, like, one last hurrah of World Seeker, or, or not, because if you do, just say so, because I would be like, alright, give it one last hurrah for it, but, like, it's only just ideas, alright, like, either for a sequel, or, if they still want to do DLC for the game or something, like, this is my ideas, this is the hurrah, but, but also for the added Jump Force content in there, because, now that we're in the year of 2020, by the way, Happy New Year to everybody, sorry I didn't say it in the beginning, but Happy New Year to everybody. Basically, like, we'll have to see what they give us in 2020 for Jump Force. We'll have to see. But anyway, though, this will be the end of the video. Hope this video uploads, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!